really am so honored and so great. It feels so great that we have with us tonight the first Filipino American winner of Miss USA, and that is Arbany Gabriel. Is it Gabriel or Gabriel?
Gabriel, yes.
Gabriel. Thank you so much for doing this interview with PHLV Radio. My name is Elton Lugay. I also write for the for Inquirer.net. And I just want to ask first, very interesting name, Arbany. You probably have answered it before. I know it's inspired by your dad, Ramon Bonifacio, was it?
His real name is Remihijo Bonson.
Oh.
But he shortened it to Arbon. And then I'm named after him. I'm kind of the female version of his name, Arbany.
But yours, Arbany, there's no meaning. The R doesn't have any meaning. It's just inspired from your dad.
Yeah, it's just inspired by my dad. My parents wanted to make up a unique name for me, and that's what they came up with.
Yeah. All right. Arbany, prior to joining Miss USA, you had joined 3 other competitions and almost won 3 times. Can you please tell us what motivated you to keep going?
Well, I would like to say, for one, I was receiving first runner-up every single time, and it's like I'm so close, but I'm not quite there yet. And I think failure or rejection is just life's way of redirecting you towards something else. And for me, it was my opportunity to evaluate how can I become better and come back stronger for the next pageant. Because to be Miss USA is an incredible opportunity, and I think it's worth fighting for. I think it would be too easy if I won on my first try, because I really wasn't ready looking back at it. So every time that I received first runner-up, it just gave me the opportunity to be stronger mentally, physically, and be able to speak better too. So I think it was all the right timing for me.
Right. It was a great practice, in other words, for the Miss USA competition.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I'm just curious, when you first heard, when there was just the two of you, when you first heard your name as the winner, what was going through your mind?
At Miss USA?
Yes, Miss USA. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Well, it happened so fast. What was going through my mind, I was in shock. I was in disbelief. And I was like, wait, is it really me? Is it really me? I'm looking around. I'm kind of concerned, because in pageantry at Miss USA, they call the first runner-up's name. So I didn't hear my name. So I just wanted to make sure it was me first. It didn't hit me so fast. But when I felt that sash come over my shoulder and the crown on my head, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. I just really couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. It's just, everything flashed before me so fast. I was thinking about all the hard work that had gotten me to that point. And I also thought, wow, I have so much work to do for Miss Universe.
Every one of us is celebrating. You made headlines as the first Filipino Americans have said to win Miss USA. Do you think your biracial background added a sense of fulfillment to your victory?
I think so. I mean, growing up in Texas and also being the first Filipina American is a huge honor. And I didn't grow up seeing girls like me in pageantry or in pop culture. So it's so important that I'm a voice for Asian Americans, for Texans, and just sharing with people the importance of embracing who you are and where you come from, and telling the world who you are. Be proud of that. So it's really an honor.
Wonderful. Thank you, Arbany.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your fashion design. I love that you are into sustainable fashion. And it's so cool that you are able to create or recreate a dress out of a suit, a men's suit. Can you tell us how this passion came about?
Well, I started sewing at the age of 15 when I would go to thrift stores and secondhand stores, and I would find really interesting pieces, but I would take them home and they wouldn't fit. So I would want to make them fit in my own way or change something about them, whether that's cutting it shorter. And that kind of just sparked an interest in me to become a designer. And I enrolled in local sewing classes in my neighborhood. There was a lady that taught the classes out of her garage. And when I started going to these classes weekly, I really just fell in love with with working with my hands and letting my ideas come to life. And I have been sewing for about 15 years now, and with a big focus on sustainability and upcycling, because the industry is the second largest polluting industry in the world. So I feel as a designer in this day and age, I want to combat that issue and spread awareness on sustainability in my industry.
Yes, of course. And you're very talented, I must say.
Thank you.
The Miss U event is less than 3 months away. And of the four major categories, please correct me if I'm wrong, of the four major categories in the competition, swimsuit, long gown, I know there's a personal interview as well, and on stage interview. Which of these you find most challenging to go through? And this is for the Miss Universe event in general.
Oh, I would have to say the interview portion, because I think the mind is so important and it's the most powerful thing in the competition. I think that's where the girls really win it. So I'm always staying up to date on current events and practicing interviews just so I can clearly communicate who I am to everybody. And you know, being a title holder, there's ups and downs. We're very busy and there's lots of challenges. And for me, it's all about protecting that mindset and keeping it positive as I go into the competition.
I heard that you're going to the Philippines in December, this
Oh my gosh.
Smile Train event. What do you look most forward to in your trip to the Philippines?
Oh my gosh. Well, I haven't been to the Philippines since 2018, since COVID. So there's so many things I'm looking forward to. I'm going to try to fit it all into my schedule. I don't know how many days I will be there, but I'm definitely looking forward to the Smile Train organization that we're going to be working with, but also being able to connect with designers in the Philippines and photographers, and hopefully being able to spend time with my friends that I grew up visiting in Manila, and just seeing some of them have babies now. So I want to be able to spend time with them and go eat some halo-halo, some sinigang, and just try to fit it all in. I wish we could go to Boracay too, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to go to the islands. But if there's time, it'd be great to visit an island or two.
Yes. Apart from sustainable fashion, let me just go back. If given a choice, what is that one advocacy that you truly believe in and that you will continue to work hard for even after your reign?
Well, I am a sewing instructor, and in Houston, in my hometown, I work at a nonprofit where I give sewing classes to women that have survived from human trafficking and domestic violence. And I also go into schools and teach children about the importance of finding a career path. I'll teach them sewing, or it's really the message that everybody has something in life to offer. Everybody has a unique talent. And for me, as you know, it's designing. That is my passion. But I want to share with other people that we all have a purpose, but it's our duty to unlock that, do the work, and find it. And my advocacy as Miss USA, I want to share this message throughout my whole year.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Arbany. Now, how is it Filipino dad, right? And
Yes.
American mom.
Yes.
How is it growing up with biracial parents?
Well, I think I grew up with the best of both worlds. I have two different perspectives. As you know, Filipino families are huge. I'm always meeting a new cousin that I'm related to. And that it's always so fun. Filipinos are fun. We have karaoke at our parties. We have a big family. We're very loving. We're loud. And then I grew up with that perspective and that love. And then my mother's side, she is from a very small country town in Texas. So kind of a Southern belle, I would like to say. And the family is really small, but very tight knit and a little bit more reserved, I would say. So it really built me to grow up with a very open-minded mindset and to not judge people if they have different family traditions or upbringings or beliefs.
What are your expectations for joining the Miss Universe competition?
Oh my gosh. Well, where do I begin? I expect it to be very busy. I expect to be meeting some incredible, hardworking women from all over the world and hopefully building a lifelong friendship. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also expecting to have some outfits that I designed on either stage or in rehearsals and be able to share with people my passion of sewing and sustainability. And I expect it to be a really big challenge. I think we're going to be running on a little sleep. So I think I just have to maintain the mindset, maintain sleep when I can, and really just stay focused.
Yes. Last two questions. Arbany, why do you think it's important for people to support prestigious beauty pageants like Miss USA?
I think it's so important because girls that enroll in pageantry, they can take these skills that they learn beyond pageantry. Because for me, it's really transformed my life. My best friends can attest to that and say they've seen how much I've grown. I actually used to be extremely shy and not be able to formulate my thoughts. And I think communication skills are everything. You need to be able to walk into a room and tell people who you are and open up those opportunities. And I think everybody in life needs those skills, and it can be applied even after pageantry.
Thank you so much, Arbany. And finally, your message to our kababayans in the Philippines and the Filipino American community. Big support of yours.
Oh, well, I would like to say thank y'all all so much for the support. As the first Filipino American, I want to be a voice for all Filipino Americans, Filipinos, and Asians, and to share with them our hard work ethic and our heart. So maraming salamat sa lahat ng tulong ninyo. I will be working very, very hard these next 3 months in this year to represent us on the Miss Universe stage.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to hear you say it in Tagalog. And finally, can you say hi and thank you to our listeners and viewers of the PHLV Radio?
Okay, hello, mabuhay to the PHLV Radio. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I look forward to all the messages that you are bringing me. I read them all and it really warms my heart. So thank you for the support.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Arbany Gabriel, let's support her for the Miss Universe 2023. Bye!
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.